Hey y'all, so I have been on a weight loss journey and have lost 33 pounds in a little under 4 months. And today I wanted to share with you what it is that I have been doing. And no, it's not taking a pill, it's not taking a shot, and it's not doing some crazy diet like the sardine diet, whatever that is. It's actually a lot simpler than that. Let me first start off by saying that this is not medical advice. I am not a medical professional. I am just some random person on the internet sharing what has worked for me. So, for the last almost 4 months, I have been counting calories. That's it. And yes, it really is just about as simple as it sounds. Now, I do know that what works for me may not work for someone else, but I do want to encourage this because I believe that this is a great place to start. Now, I did get permission from my stepmom, and she agreed that I could share a little bit of her story. So she is in her late 40s. She has had a hysterectomy and went through menopause, and at her latest doctor's appointment, before starting to count her own calories, she was told that she was pre-diabetic. And one of the last times that I was home visiting, my stepmom had told me about all of this and voiced her concerns on how she needed to lose weight. And at the time I had lost, I believe it was about 23 pounds, and I told her what I was doing, showed her how to do it, had her download the app, and since then she has lost, I believe, about 24 pounds, and she's still continuing to lose, and that is without any working out, just counting her calories and making small changes to her diet. Now, for me personally, I do go to the gym 3 days a week for strength training, and then I do an hour on the Stairmaster on a very low level, except for leg day. On leg day, I do not touch the Stairmaster. I only do about 20 to 40 minutes on the recumbent bike. And although I do believe that this has been very helpful, I do not believe that this is the main focus of me being able to lose weight. I really do believe that the weight loss is most seen in my calorie changes and the way that I have changed my diet. So there are two apps that I use to count my calories and that I also showed to my stepmom and she uses, and that is Chronometer and Amino. So Chronometer has a great database of food, and you can type in whatever it is that you're searching for. It also has the feature of scanning barcodes. So if you have a bag of chips, you can scan the barcode on that, put however many you eat, and log the calories. And then you can add it to either breakfast, lunch, dinner, or snack. So if I am out to eat at a restaurant and I can't find the food or the restaurant inside of Chronometer's log, or if the calories just aren't listed on the menu, I will use the Amino app to take a picture of my food, and it will give me an estimated calorie intake for that meal. Now, both of these apps are free, and Chronometer does have the same feature of taking the picture, but it's part of their premium feature, so you would have to pay for it. Amino also has premium features, but I don't use them like that. I use them both for free. Chronometer is my main app. So if I have to use Amino, I will look for a food that's similar to what I was eating and just change the intake, like the amount, to reflect the calories that were listed on Amino, and then I keep everything in one app. So there are two other things that I use along with those apps that have been extremely helpful for me to lose weight. The first one is a food scale. So with my food, I always weigh it, like I said, unless I'm out to eat. But I always weigh my food at home or at my family's house, and I weigh it in grams. Now, if I'm drinking something that has calories in it, then I will weigh it in milliliters. But I did find out that milliliters and grams are the same, so there's that. Also, I use a body weight scale. This one I got at Ollie's for $9.99, so I just created a profile on it, a user profile, and it keeps up, like whenever I step on it, it'll tell me my weight, then it'll tell me my BMI and some other stuff as well. Now for me, I take my weight every single day, and the reason that I do this is because it helps me to see how my weight is changing, whether it's going up, going down, or just staying the same. And then I can make changes if I need to. Now, you don't have to take your weight every single day. You could do it every few days, but it's best to consistently take your weight. That way you can see what changes need to be made, or if everything that you're doing is on the right track. Now, if you decide to download the Chronometer app or the Amino app, both of them, they will have you set up a profile. In that profile, it'll ask for your age, gender, height, weight, and goal weight. It will also ask you how many pounds you want to lose per week to determine how long it will take you to get to that goal weight. Now, if you decide to download these apps, I would not start with the highest weight to lose each week. I would start with the lowest, because that will affect how many calories you can eat in a day. And I think it's best to start low. That way your calories are not affected too much, so you can kind of get used to counting your calories, and then you can always change it later. Now, for me personally, I haven't cut a whole lot of things out of my diet. I still eat cookies, bread, rice, pasta, all the things that I love, but I do eat them differently. I do log them in my app so I can see what the calories are for what I am eating. And then, of course, I make changes, obviously, on how much it is that I am eating of those items. I don't snack a whole lot, and I've changed my drink of choice. So I mostly drink water, but if I want a soda, I drink zero soda. I've cut out sweet tea because I'm not drinking sugar-free tea. That sounds absolutely horrible. And I don't really drink any drinks that have calories. Like, I don't drink lemonade. Like I said, I don't drink sweet tea. I don't drink orange juice. And if I drink soda, it's a zero soda. I still drink coffee, but I get sugar-free creamer to put in my coffee. Right now, I've been drinking this Javi protein coffee. It's 70 calories for one scoop of it. But to me, it tastes really good, and I don't need creamer, so that's just the 70 calories that I have, and then that's it. So I have changed some things about my diet, but not like a drastic change, like completely cutting out sugar or carbs or anything like that. Now, if you're interested in seeing like what I eat in a day or something like that, I could make a video about it, but the whole point of this video was I just wanted to share what I have been doing to encourage other women who are also struggling to lose weight. Because I have been told for the longest time that, well, you better watch it because you're getting older, and the older you get, the harder it is to lose weight. Or, you know, once you hit menopause, that's it, it's over, you can't lose that weight, or you'll just have to work out harder or whatever, all kinds of stuff. I've also been told that when it comes to dieting, all you have to do is eat healthy. Just eat healthier and you'll be fine. Or eat more fruits and vegetables, or eat small meals 6 times a day. And something I have learned is that my body does not care how many times a day I eat. My body doesn't care. It just cares about how many calories I'm taking in. Now, I'm not saying that we should only eat 1 time a day or 6 times a day or whatever, but what I am saying is that my body cares more about how many calories I'm getting than how many meals I'm eating. And like I said before, I do know that what works for me may not work for the next person. I also know that some people struggle with medical issues that prevent them from being able to lose weight like someone else would be able to. But like I said, I do believe that this is a great place to start. It will at least show us how many calories it is that we are consuming in a typical day, and what it is that our calorie intake should be for our bodies in this current moment. And I'm not knocking the pill or the shot or anything like that, because I think that that has been extremely helpful for so many people. But for me, it just wasn't an avenue that I was willing to try, because I felt like I needed to try it this way before I just hopped on that bandwagon. And this has been working for me, and that's why I really wanted to share this. So I hope that this encourages someone, and I hope you have a wonderful day.